Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're joined here again in Mitchell, South Dakota to visit with Roy Barta. Roy hails from North Platte, Nebraska and works for LMA, which is the Livestock Marketing Association. Roy, tell us a little bit about what you do and a little bit about your background.
I'm currently a Region Executive Officer for Livestock Marketing Association out of Kansas City, Missouri. Livestock Marketing Association is a trade association representative of the livestock auction markets and dealers across the United States. My role with them is with regards to the states that I cover, that being North Dakota, South Dakota, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and then I share Kansas with a Region Executive Officer out of Oklahoma, is to coordinate the activities that we at the national level pursue, stay on top of, work with at the federal level, coordinate those activities down to the states that we all work within, and then the services there within.
So our sale barn system here in South Dakota is very strong, and we have good markets all across the state. Tell me a little bit about your experience in working with the sale barns here in South Dakota.
Very progressive group of marketers. You know, the market as we have today is a very good market.
Yes.
And the producers utilizing the auction market method of selling is getting to reap those benefits.
So one of the things our producers are faced with today, we hear a lot about animal welfare and animal handling issues. Tell me how you see that affecting the LMA and your role with the sale barns with those two subjects, with animal handling and animal welfare.
Okay. LMA has had the foresight to bring forward an animal welfare program. The animal welfare program is designed specifically for that of the auction markets, okay? So that, you know, we can target those areas that are needed within the industry as we come forward with these quality assurance programs, and that we, as we're all tasked with this this duty to come forward with, that LMA is in front of this for its LMA member markets.
Tell me a little bit about how animal handling has changed as we've talked more about animal handling. How have you seen, or what changes have you seen in the sale barn system?
What we're looking at here, you know, primarily is, you know, how to handle livestock in a manner that, you know, is in the most humane possible way of handling them. You know, looking at low stress ways of moving livestock and still getting the job done at the same time to meet the pace that an auction market demands.
So have you noticed any changes in facilities at the sale barns and how they are set up to handle cattle? Have they changed anything in their design, the flow of cattle, to make it easier for low stress animal handling?
A lot of the design that's already in place is to optimize the flow of livestock because of the pace that's required for an auction market. So a lot of that buying part's probably already in place. What we're looking at here as far as just enhancing that process, working with the auction markets in establishing that.
Okay, so when we talk to producers out across the state of South Dakota, what things should they be aware of in terms of merchandising their cattle? We've merchandised livestock and cattle in particular through the sale barns for a long time. Anything on the horizon, anything they need to be aware of, any changes coming down the pike in terms of merchandising their cattle through the local sale barn?
Just be aware of what the auction market does provide you. You know, same-day payment, prompt payment, guaranteed payment.
Okay. I assume it's also important to work with those livestock marketing owners and talk to them ahead of time, get them to come out and look at your cattle and just have a good relationship with them.
That's everything there. You know, we all work together in this industry. The auction markets work hard to see you, assess your cattle, and at that point put the buyers necessary on the seats for those cattle that are being offered that day for the sale.
How much ahead of time? You know, I remember growing up in Kansas with cattle. My dad selling through the sale barn was really our marketing program. We didn't know otherwise, but it didn't seem like we did a lot of planning ahead. We would decide we were going to wean calves on Thursday or Friday or whatever day the sale happened to be, the local sale took place. Really, they ought to be thinking ahead of time, several weeks ahead before they merchandise their cattle, hadn't they?
I think that's just good marketing right now, is to look at that from that perspective. Contact your auction market in your area and talk to them.
Okay.
They'll bring a lot of information to you.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to have Roy with us this afternoon, and enjoyed visiting with you. Thank you.